然后马上开始啊！下一场对的是六马队。
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille.
好，六马队 Paul George 是个麻烦的人物啊，还有 Monte Ellis， 所以他基本上的话还是都有外线。
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And although they were the better team last year,
那这次本季六马队 Paul George 除了是受伤回来之外，在其他地方像 Monte Ellis 跟Kyrie
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. George Hill out there with Ellis. And it's Paul George. Then there's Hill.
还有补进了 Jordan Hill， 以前在湖人队。本季六马队可以说是脱胎换骨啊。
Now here's George. Pick up by Hill from outside the arc.
是一个外线。
Mozgov grabs the board.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Now here is Irving. James
wide
open.
Off
target with his 3. Cavaliers on D. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
对了，不然我没办法回防啊，还卡在那边。现在才跑出来嘛。
And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Off his foot, and the refs whistling a kick ball. About a minute and a half through the first quarter.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
And George drops them both. And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom.
第二个空档，啊，是没进。 也是 A 减了。
They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Clark, they've been
觉得
struggling
电
in
脑
on
是
offense.
找不到空档，直接一个出手的。
LeBron James on the wing. Love with the screen on George. LeBron passes to Love. Here's Mozgov.
哦，就 Mozgov。
Finishes by Love. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hill dishes to Hill. Allen with the screen for Hill. Pick up by Hill. Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Now, here is Irving. There's the pass to Smith.
JR，
Trains it
好好球。
beyond the arc.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Here's Hill. 8 points his last outing. There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter.
我就
And George, here we go. And again, it's
Ah,
Indiana
man.
converting.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Outside Irving. Screen by Smith.
怎么卡住？
4 on the shot clock. And so he draws
Watch
the
out,
foul
don't
on the
fumble.
shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And Mo Williams subbed in for Smith. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George.
Rodney Stuckey.
Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. Now here's Turner. 1 second separating the shot clock.
哎呦，
Miles, that's good.
给 CJ
Well, I like
麦说
the
一
way
三
he
分。
orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Williams. The screen from Thompson. Back to Irving. It'll count.
Curry，
No
Ah.
good trying to beat the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers out in front, up by 4. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't.
I think I had that all my life. I always.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
篮板啦！靠，要我篮
Down
板
the，game
因为已经
guys
进
we
球
have
了。
seen from Indiana.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the court for Indiana. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Turner is out there with C.J.
赢得够
Miles.
紧啊嘛
And it's Mahinmi in at the 5 spot. 5 on the clock. Here's Varejao.
！Varejao，好球！
And it comes off an assist from Williams.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
对方似乎挡切战术用的很多，做一些防守设定。
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
Stuckey into the lane. The kick out
一
to
切袂对，
Hill.
因为
From
切这
past
样
the。arc. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Jones.
Oh,
Shoots off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference. Greg, very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Big substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Love comes in for Thompson. Jefferson's checked in for James Jones. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Shumpert. George is checked in for the Pacers. Ellis comes in for Hill. No good. George. No good on the quick three.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly.
Jefferson.
In the lead.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Ellis, the pass to Stuckey. Kicks it to Miles.
CJ Miles.
Back to Stuckey. There's the pick. The dish to Mahinmi. Here's George. George missing again.
还有 Kevin Love 这个防在那边。
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Ellis against Williams. Here's Love.
Love 犯规，好球！
And as he is fouled, it will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. LeBron, he's checked in for Jefferson, and Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Lavoy Allen comes in for Rodney Stuckey. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal, his three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment.
只是离他远那么一点点，他就射。
Love with the screen on Ellis. Love kicks to Mozgov. Picked by Mozgov. And it's Smith penetrating. No good.
哎呀，差一点点。
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
But let's see how they play the clock.
Mozgov with the block. 29 seconds left here in the second.
Wrong.
James outside.
Oh, yo.
To Love. Smith dishes to Irving. Love with the screen on Ellis. Inside. And Love throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cavaliers on top. Ending the second quarter on a 12-3 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of the team that did hustle.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Been a very solid outing for George. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's
LeBron.
And it's LeBron in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for David.
没有跌倒啊，没有掉球。
And out of bounds,
啊靠呀！
gained possession.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in opponent field goal percentage, 4th in opponent points per game, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And you mentioned their ranking in terms of opponent field goal percentage. Such an important stat. They did not give up the easy looks. You really had to work for whatever you got.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Wrong.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Hill has the open look. Off target with his 3. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Here's George. And that one's good. And now it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Verjao with a screen on Hill. And Jefferson, here we go. The Cavaliers again.
连这种球他也没办法进，
That's not how you want to kick off the second half.
太难打了吧？
Knocked loose.
好球
Stolen by Jefferson. Outside jumper. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Pick by Verjao. Williams kicks to Verjao. Off the mark. Continues.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs.
共打完全没办法进。
A conference final participant.
Thompson sets the pick for Williams. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's stolen by Mahimi. Here's Stuckey. Cannot hit. Jefferson with some nice D.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Shumpert kicks to Thompson. Jefferson has a wide open look. And another miss by
Boy, they just can't
take the
lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way. And they've got to stop this run. And the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
And it's slammed in by Turner.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
There's Williams with the 3, and
第3节1分都没拿到哎、我操！这太扯了吧！完全没办法拿分啊！
Then there's Allen. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in at the 5. It's a pick by Love. LeBron drives in.
有啦。
Dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
因为线上对战是会累格啊。
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
It's Hill with the jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's
因为会有累格的问题，
why not take a few chances?
就是你跟单机来玩的话会比较顺。
And entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
好球！
6 points for J.R. Smith.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Hill passes to Ellis. Lets a floater go. And rejection by Smith. The drive by LeBron. It's good. Contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce.
不过大家可以去观察那些国外那些实况组，他们几乎是不会内格的。那假如是用台湾的线路的话，其实那个不要说不会内格啊，其实不管是防守端或进攻端都有影响。那至于对方会不会跟着内格，这个我就不是很了解。这是个超级好球，差1分。
Hill against Irving. Ellis draws the double. It's back to Hill. Hill sets the screen for Hill. 11 feet away.
看又弹了。其实如果是感觉到有点地板滑滑，那就是内格。
You know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Paul George is checked in for Ellis. It's a pick by Love. Irving attacking.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by Love. And the rejection by Love. Time called here.
那你不会那个啊？是用哪一个店哪一家的网路啊？听说是第4台网路比较不会那个。觉得有时候很难讲。
Just a little under 2.5 minutes
now
here in the 4th. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
George kicks to Hill.
Jordan Hill.
Back to George. Pick up by Hill. George dishes to Allen. Shot is off. Good D from Love. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. So the whistle blows. For the contact right there.
哇你嘞！
First one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Monte Ellis checked in for Indiana. And he does get the second one. And that ties the game up.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside, George.
Oh, yo. Offside.
Great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
LeBron drives in, can't hit. So Indiana will
哎，怎么没有抓篮板啊？是啊。
Well, he just hasn't looked
哦，好球！
a bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
凯文乐来了，好球！还有一次进攻机会啊，各有一次。哇操，这样就投了啊！哦呦，不到最后一秒才进攻。
Separated by 5. Irving kicks to James. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Love. No one near.
对啊，我靠腰嘞！
And here's George for 3. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expires and we're going to overtime.
我也是用中华，可是好累个。云长赛。就之前我有跟人家对战过啊，其实有时候我发现，其实连线速率也是会影响到你的进攻。这个部分我以后再跟大家来聊。
And it's going to be the Pacers on the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for
哦呦！
the forwards.
哎呀，外线漏了。
Oh, awesome. At the guard set. And it's Moskov in at the 5 down low. And it's Smith penetrating. He feeds it to James. Knocks it loose. Taken by George. Miles dishes to Hill. Misses.
哦呦，又掉。
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Smith with it. George.
Curry. 好球。
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
应该是说在连线对战的时候，两方的一个速率不一样，导致说，奇怪，我好像防住他了哦，结果他还是进球。然后有一次我好像有跟台湾的一个玩家对战嘛，然后那时候打得很辛苦，因为他3分球太准了，准到5成多嘛，他投了20几颗3分球，中了10几颗嘛。那时候那一场赢得很惊险。那其实我就居然感到很奇怪，我就问他说：“其实我都有跟到，为什么你还可以有5成命中率这么高？你要跟我说什么吗？”他说：“没有啊，其实我的 quality 都是 B 这表示说其实我都没有跟到，你知道吗？我在我的monitor看到的状态是我有跟上，就是有对到位啦。可是在他的一个荧幕上看到的我却不是这样子，所以这个。”有可能是速率的关系造成的影响，给大家参考一下。我得了18分啊 ，Paul George。没有机会了。
6 on the shot clock.
硬吃，然后有了。 啊，惨了！靠呀！又拿卡我了。
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
The screen from Thompson. Pass to Irving.
没人了吧？拿好球。
A lot of space right there to get that shot off. Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
要给电脑去顾了，因为他速度太快了。好球！火锅。
Love checked in for Tristan Thompson.
我好像也是60-20的，60妹20妹的。可是就是会那个，我懂，你不可能用企业的线啊，因为那个太贵了。大家可以去观察到那个实况，外国的实况组，你可以看他们玩那个My Team， 不要说 Parker 啊，你看他玩My Team， 那个就超顺的。我操！要犯规战术吗？我那个叫暂停。我差点过不了啊！现在还有2次的暂停机会。要把罚球准的换上来。刚刚差点过不了半场，罚球，我刚刚不是有罚球吗？有啊，罚球怎么不见？速度防守3分。多少不是罚球吗？该无去啊。哦，这里啊，开尔应该是蛮准的吧？好 ，Taylor Rage。
For the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejao checked in for Mozgov. Jones comes in for James, and Mo Williams subbed in for J.R. Smith.
啊，是呀。靠腰。他没有从半场那边运呐。哇塞！哇，剩6秒。靠腰，刚刚忘记了。
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Timeout called Cleveland. They're down by
刚刚一个失误啊，不小心剩6秒。
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look. Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
LeBron drives in, and it's called.
好球！哇！
Foul number 2 for him.
哎，怎么是他罚球啊？这个也蛮诡异的哦。刚刚是怎样？那为什么会是他罚球啊？啊，破旧局推人啊！
That's good for Mozgov.
Those are some big-time heroics at the strike. A little bit of defense, and they can put this one in the win column.
Sure.
Oh,靠!
No good. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers pulling it out. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
然后那个内格是感觉到说有点滑，然后你进攻的时候你在传球都会内格，就是你在指定传球的时候，你不知道你按了几次传球键，因为我们有时候快攻啊，他会马上去传球，做一个快速传导的动作，等于说如果说内格的话，可能会多传一次球。因为听说他们是有在亚洲去架设 server， 可是啊，去感觉上是比前一代好，可是还是很累，还是会有那个状况发生。所以他这一代的 NBA 亚洲区就是没有用网路来对战，之前上一代是有用网路来对战嘛，那这一次是直接在台北的小巨蛋去办比赛。我觉得这是最公平的，因为网络其实是会影响到你的胜率，你的线对战胜率是蛮重要的影响。
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
还有刚刚那个失误没有造成造成球队输球。哇，我还守不住电脑，还是5×3呢？那是被破旧局弄到。哇，还有第4节有守住，平常赛5成。凯瑞尔15分 ，Kevin Love 8分。LeBron James 7分，然后破旧局得20分。你只要稍微离他远一点，他就进了。爵士队，好，今天先玩一场了哈，明天再继续啊。好啊，各位，拜拜。